That's real annoying. That's gonna pose a problem. Let's turn them off. Let's see who's first on this gorgeous, beautiful Sunday morning. At least here it is. Well, good news. We got almost the most of the kitchen stuff unpacked. And what do you say about like most of our clothes? Are most of our clothes unpacked now, or there's is Yuka? You think most of our clothes are unpacked? Clothes are done. So we're pretty much like the essentials of life: clothes, uh, kitchenware. That stuff's pretty much unpacked. But man, jeez, it's kind of it's been rough. And then there's all this stuff out here. So all this stuff out here is just peripheral stuff that's not weather sensitive and stuff. So I'm gonna show you because I want to get this cleaned up so bad because I want to have my yard because the yard is gorgeous. But there's all this stuff like exercise bike because the fact is we moved everything in a day and we didn't use professional movers. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna blame my wife 100%, but we did not get everything prepped as good as we could have. Nothing was packed properly and done in an orderly fashion, so stuff was just brought slipshod and haphazardly. And so the problem is that we have a lot of stuff that's still in the house that hasn't went in its designated storage container because the fact is all of our shelves and stuff came first because that's what we could get because the stuff that was on the shelves was getting packed up in boxes. And so that means that all the shelves and stuff that would hold all of the things that are in boxes, well, they're buried over there somewhere. And it's real hard to put the stuff in those when they're all the way over there. So, and then my dogs argue, my dog's making the other dogs go nuts. But it's a slow process. It'll be fine. We actually have a lot of it done. We've been eating here at the house. We sleep. First day we had the beds and everything set up. And I really like this house. So, like I said, I mean, like really, it came out, it worked out. This is really good. We got all kinds of storage under the steps here. You could actually go in there and come out that door. And then it's a great big side yard, but like you can see, like all of this is just from yesterday's unpacking efforts. So we unpacked all those boxes, and then, like I said, we have this big side yard that leads out to the street, and I don't have to park in a garage. So it's not like it's a rush. We're not parking somewhere that's unsafe. We're parked literally right in front of our garage in that area. So that means that the garage doesn't ever have to be used as a garage. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure that the garage is where you're going to see most of the filming done because my workbench is right there. We've almost worked our way to my workbench. I can actually see it. These drawers are going to go in that dresser and stuff like that. But this area here, I think is pretty much going to be where the majority of the videos and stuff get shot. Is here in the garage. There's also going to be a TV out here. We're not going to have, I think we're pretty consistent. We're not going to have a TV in the living room. There's TV in my bedroom. There's a TV in the kids' bedroom. Do I need a TV in the living room when I'm going to spend most of my time out here? I would rather just have the living room be a place where you can sit and read and things like that. Plus, on top of that, my wife is the one that watches TV, and she watches Japanese TV, and she does it on that computer. So, but most of it is just organization now at this point. Where does the stuff in this box go? Where's the stuff in this box go? What can we put up here? What can we put in the storage that's in the kids' room? What can I put in this storage area here that is like literally huge? It's like an entire bedroom worth Let me turn that light on and show you. And I mean, the steps have got storage and things like that. So, like literally, you can go in here. I may have shown you guys this. You go in this coat closet, and then there's storage that goes down and then all the way back into the living room as you saw. So, yeah. I'll sit down on my love seat here. This is going to go in the garage as well. So what's been going on with everybody else? Because we've spent the entire weekend packing. I must adjust. I'm currently sitting on an uncomfortable piece of metal that fires another piece of metal. Pew pew, if you will. Is in the small of my back. So what's everybody else been doing? Everybody's leaving. I never can figure out these live feeds. Like, people come in, people come out, people are going, nobody wants to interact. Look, guys, I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself, so you guys don't want to interact, that's fine. That's the whole point of live feeds. So if you want to interact, that would be great, because if not, I'm going to just end this. So I'm not going to just sit here and talk to myself, because I currently have all live chat, all members are visible. I've had one comment. Just watched the Monaco Grand Prix. I don't even have cable now. I literally have no television service to this house. None. Is the new place bigger? Actually, it's smaller, but with the fact that we don't have to park in the garage, it makes it like having, well, additional whole garage. And I like this place because the way it's set up, I think it's not necessarily more functional, but it's definitely more attractive the way this house was built. You know, I had the big living room with the vaulted ceiling. I showed you guys that with the two big ceiling fans. Something is awake. My wife slept on the couch last night. But like I was saying, I had that great big vaulted ceiling in that living room. And the downstairs bedroom, literally the downstairs bedroom was the size of most people's living room. It literally was. It was huge. I would go to my buddy Matt's house. We'd go to Tino's house, and I'd be in his living room. But what you get with this place is, so this is the living room and access to the yard, and then you have your front door. And then you have access to the kitchen from there. But you have this huge big area that leads to a dining, but that's the upstairs. That's the master bedroom. That's the additional bathroom. Master bedroom has its own bathroom. There's 2 bedrooms down that hall. And it feels more attractive. It's got a downstairs, so there's 2.5 bathrooms. Access to the yard. Which, like I said, most of this stuff is gonna wind up back in the garage. My grinder is gonna be like right here. In this area, because there's outlet and water, which I'm going to need both. So I'm going to put my grinder here. I'll put a mat or something under it, but there's also matting on this. But then you also have all of this really attractive landscaping that goes all the way around. Like these drying racks, these laundry racks are going to go in the garage, but then I have my yard furniture. So when you walk in the house, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just like the layout better. And like I said, then you have a really useful kitchen. And the thing I like the most is there's a built-in griddle. And you can actually, there's one of these grates that goes on this. But yeah, you have this big open kitchen. You put a stool up under here. You can actually eat at the counter. We, as always, like, because I maximize things. I like to maximize the use of space. So what we did was, and we've done this for years, is I built some shelves that the appliances sit on so that you have, like, if I want to store coffee filters and tea bags and things under here. Oh, is Jared here? Hey, how's the dog liking it? She loves having a yard. She loves having a yard. But see, like I've made several of these. So now my, the microwave's going to go here. We're thinking this is going to stay here, but like you can store things underneath, and you're maximizing space. As you can see, like spices, knives, and stuff like that. Well, then under here, clips and containers and all that stuff, you double that counter space. In that area, you've doubled that counter space. I've doubled the amount of counter space I have here. I can stick things under it, and it's just common sense. I mean, it doesn't have to, like, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to shove it all the way up under here, and then as you can see, stuff would be like up against, and you couldn't open things. But just a little common sense use of space. And so, like, I don't necessarily want this. This is probably going to slide over. I don't necessarily want people going in and out through here. So what we did was we put our little oak, and it matches kind of the aesthetic of the house. This used to be part of an entertainment center that I converted and added extra shelves for and made into almost a china cabinet. And so you can store stuff under there. It's not block. You can block this area, and then that area back there. That area over there is a fireplace, but we're probably not going to use a fireplace because a friend of mine, as a housewarming gift, ordered me a fire pit table. So, like I said, so I still have, those are my daughter's medals that I'm going to hang up. So what we're going to do is I have a set of shelves that have DVDs and stuff that go in them, and that's going to go there. And so you have access to the DVDs. Like I said, there's probably not going to be a TV here, but like where the TV would go, we hung my wife's cuckoo clock, which is not a 7-day clock like my grandfather clock. It is a 1-day clock. It needs to be wound every day like that. And then my grandfather clock is back here because this whole thing is going into the garage. Don't mind the water pipe. But like I said, then I have, hey, it's me. It's me. You like me. It's me. The neighbors have 3 German Shepherds. Are you happy? Are you happy? Oh, I have to go get coffee. The other thing is while we are further south, we're also further west, which means I'm really close to the ocean. And we can't talk about what's in them, though, guys. We all know what's in that bag, but we cannot at all talk about it. And I have not partaken in probably almost a month and a half, 2 months. At any rate, we're actually southwest, which means the warmest it has gotten since we've been down here, even though it was like 75, 76 degrees a couple places. It actually got hot a couple places. The hottest it's been here at the house has been 64. I'm wearing a sweatshirt, guys. It's supposed to get at like 73 today, but we have such a breeze that comes off the ocean. And I'm literally 5 minutes from what's called OLF. Like I can be on base in 5 minutes at the commissary, like to go grocery shopping, which we didn't use. Nope. That shop isn't even there anymore. Eric, those guys don't even have that shop anymore. They're working out of the garage. I'm going to get with them because I'm going to have a home shop. I have a grinder and stuff here. The only thing I won't have is I don't own a heat treat oven. I got to get the coffee pot to set you guys on. Where's everyone going? So I think live feeds are still going to be here. Like this. This has historically been the way I do live feeds, but what I might do is bring you guys up like that and put you on that cupboard, on that shelf. And now that's a more logical. It's like the other thing I like about this place. You ready for this? There's lights freaking everywhere. Literally everywhere. Where is everyone going? So, yeah, it's going to be a while before I film some videos. There may be a gap. I currently have a week and a half's worth of content. I might try to figure something out to get something filmed. I'm not sure where I'm going to do it. I have stuff that Jared sent me that I have to film. But the thing is, I haven't carried much anything because I'm not gonna lie, this does not have its original bearings in it. It's we'll talk about that in a minute. Do you guys remember the fake Norseman? The bearings out of the fake Norseman are in this knife right now. Eric and John are sending me, I think they got a kick out of what happened. They are sending me some bearings. No, the grinder's going to be outside, and the grinder's going to be on wheels, so it will be outside while I'm using it because it does rain down here just about every evening. You wake up in the morning and it has sprinkled overnight because we get that evening onshore, I don't know what they call it. It's an onshore misty rain kind of thing that comes in every night. Yeah, well, okay. There was an incident with the Norseman got used the entire move, and there was an incident with a bowl and it getting dumped into a garbage disposal, and then the garbage disposal getting run. So the bearings were soaking, and an individual that will not be named poured an unknown bowl into the garbage disposal, and the garbage disposal got run. So John and Eric are sending me some bearings. My beard still grows uneven. Where am I doing sharpening? In the garage, where I'm gonna be filming. Grinding's gonna be done outside. I'm not grinding in the garage. I'm not dealing with that mess in the house. No way. So, oh, did you guys happen to see the, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, this blade shape has been, I find it super functional. I told Nick, I texted Nick about this. I used to pick on Nick about the Graham Razel. I'm like, I don't see any functional purpose for it. It's ugly. I don't like it. But I have this and have been using it for just about everything. And I went back and I was like, I apologize. I 100% get his love for the Graham Razel. Okay, so here we go. So Cerakote is basically a spray-on, bake-on, and it's a really thick coating. Nanoceramic is really thin. You can nanoceramic coat. I don't even mask off hardware, like threads on screws. It adds very little. DLC is an extremely thin. It's the only coating that's thinner. DLC is not completely. So when you're looking at it, you have Cerakote, which shines up, adds friction, adds a lot of thickness to an item. That's why if you Cerakote a Pew Pew, you get tighter action. Because like the action's really tight, it has to break back in because you got to remove that coating. So there's that. Ceramic, the nanoceramic that I use is super thin. It's thinner than the Cerakote, and it's baked on, and it's a true ceramic coating that is really resistant, and it's pretty frictionless, but it is then also completely, like you can't really get rust underneath the nanoceramic. DLC is even thinner. It's a harder coating, but it also doesn't completely seal the material, and you can get rust under a DLC. And then the other one you're talking about, PVD. PVD is not a coating. PVD is a process. You can actually do DLC PVD style. What PVD is a positive vapor deposition, which is you vaporize a material in a vacuum, and in the way it is in there magnetically or electrically, I'm not sure how it works, but what you do is inside a vacuum, you vaporize something. You can do it with titanium. It's positive vapor deposition. And so what you do is cause the vapor to form in a vacuum, and you deposit it onto the material you want. And so PVD is just simply a process. There are different coatings. So I'm not sure what coating this is, but positive vapor deposition is a way of, it's just a different way of applying a coating. But what it happens to be is it just winds up being a better adherence. I don't like Cerakote at all on a knife. And I'll tell you why. It adds it adds too much thickness, so therefore you get more friction. So I told my wife we were going to start at 8:30, so I'm going to cut this. We still have got to try and find our pots and pans and silverware, because right now it's really hard to eat a meal because the only silverware we have was just the stuff that happened to be in the dishwasher when we moved, because the rest of the silverware is packed up somewhere in that garage that looks like an episode of Hoarders. So I get off of here. Love you guys. I just hadn't done a live feed in a while. I know that people have been, I've been getting messages and DMs and emails and stuff like, hey, where's the live feeds? I just been busy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's been a couple of days that we worked until midnight, 1 o'clock trying to get this stuff done. But it's because it's just the two of us. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys know that we moved on that Saturday. Sunday, I was still moving. We moved until Tuesday night, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock Tuesday night. Just ourselves, small boxes and stuff like that. So we really haven't gotten into the unpacking part until like pretty much this week. Yuka, it was just pretty much this weekend that we did most of the unpacking, right? She doesn't like being on camera. She's wearing a Fukuoka University softball team shirt. Anyway, guys, I love you all. I'm sorry. I wish I could do an hour-long live feed. I can't. I got to help her, or she'll murder me. That's the main reason. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just she will literally kill me if I don't get out there and help her. So I woke her up to start unpacking. So got to get off here. Love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Take it easy. See you next time.